the Aloha Award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Landeza. Get him one.
So good to see you folks. My name is Patrick Landeza, and next to me is Mr. Bill Griffin on his mandolele. Oh, so good to be here. I'm from the island of Berkeley, California, born and raised. But my mother comes from Ho'olehua, Molokai. My father came from a place called Kahuku on the island of Oahu. And when I was little, we were surrounded with all things Hawaii. So I cannot thank Pika enough for the continuation of the Aloha Fest here today. How to big hand for them. As Uncle Manley had mentioned, 2 months ago I took home the Nahoku Hanohano Award for Slaki Album of the Year. I'm the very first mainland artist in 37 years to achieve that. But I want to thank, before I even go any further, thank all of those, especially those musicians that came before me. And today we have one out here, and that's Uncle Hanalei Bray. I want to say thank you to you and for all your hard work here in the Bay Area. Sit back, folks, and relax. I play a thing called Kiho Alu, or Hawaiian Slaki guitar. kalewa Pao aliko kalewa I pao aliko kalewa It was on called Pao aliko kalewa. Mahalo. Folks, I'm very fortunate to have my good friend here with me. He just moved here about 6 months ago from Oahu, and for many years he is a master luthier, which means he's a master ukulele maker, and he worked for the top 3 ukulele companies, which was Kanilea, and helped them develop the different styles of ukulele. And today he has moved to Sacramento, and he's developed this wonderful instrument called the mandolele. Can you explain it, sir?
Well, it's a mandolin, but with single nylon strings. So I can play Hawaiian music on it because I build ukuleles, but I play the mandolin, so you gotta put the two together.
That is awesome. So if you're interested in some mandoleles, folks, just come to me, no worries. It was, I have to admit, it was pretty difficult to learn Hawaiian music here in the Bay Area back in the 90s. And as I was growing up, I would always watch my uncles and aunties play, and you know, although I wasn't from Hawaii, I'm Chinese, Hawaiian, Filipino, Irish. So I always had that Hawaii in me, and just growing up. And I continue to watch and watch until today, where I get to do what I love to do. But I pray that my own children one day will pick up that same thing, for them to even sing or to even play an instrument as my mother used to sing to me. I asked my mom, I go, I never saw you singing to the others, to my other brothers and sisters, and she said, I pray that one day you would sing these same songs back. And I have to say, along with Bill, I've traveled the world. Last year, I played Carnegie Hall in New York, and all I kept thinking about was that little boy listening to his mother. When I was growing up, I heard stories of my ancestors. Stories about the time of the Queen. This is a story that I learned from my uncle, and it talks about the kahuli snail. And it lives in the forest, the rainforest. And some believe, or at least the Hawaiians believe, that this snail is the ancestors. And if you listen carefully, the ancestors are singing their song. Dedicate this to all of you. A beautiful song called E Pupu Hanoi. song says, listen, listen, listen to the ancestors as they sing their song. Beautiful song called E Pupu Kanioe. Mahalo. Such a relaxing Sunday. I actually came 2 hours early for a change and just walked around, and nothing like listening to Hawaiian music, so I hope you folks enjoying yourselves. I brought some CDs, and they are located, if you love the music, you can take me home. They're located right over there at this tent, and we have all 3 of my latest ones, and including the one that took the Hano Hano Award as well. I learned slack key from different people. My 2 uncles from Castro Valley. The only thing is that they'd only play slack key when they were drunk. So it's kind of hard when you're a kid and you're trying to watch. And then when I was 17, I met a guy by the name of George Winston. And George Winston allowed me to go to the studios and meet all of these masters. At the time he was recording his label, Dancing Cat Records, and I got to meet folks like Sonny Chillingworth, Raymond Kane, Dennis Kamakahi, Cyril Fahinui. And I learned my slack key and I honed my craft all from these great masters. I encourage the next generation and all of those of you folks to continue to take hula, to continue to learn, and learn. So you carry and carry on. It's a song that I learned from my master, the great late Raymond Kane, and it talks about the beautiful flowers of Hawaii. The song goes like this. Aloha, aloha, aloha kukua tuparosila, imoni kela ika polila, uhine ka vai oia mua. Aloha, aloha, aloha kukua tuparosila, imoni kela ika polila, uhine ka vai oia mua. Folks, if you enjoy this music, once again, I'm playing at a place in Berkeley called the Freight and Salvage, along with Faith Cove. It's a 400-seat performing arts venue, and like I said, I'm from the island of Berkeley, California, so this all feels like my homecoming. When they called my name that evening, and the one thing I made sure that I said on the stage, and which was broadcasted throughout Hawaii, was just because I was born in California on the mainland, it never made me any less Hawaiian. And a lot of times now, I find myself not an activist, but I find myself as just wanting to spread and continue that, you know, our Hawaiian culture here lives. And I've been there, and I've been through the other states, from North Carolina to Florida to Ohio to all these places, and there were folks just like me. And I was so happy, and I tell you, the whole thing, you know, sometimes I felt I was never Filipino enough, or I was never Hawaiian enough, or I was never Chinese enough. But they never had any problem with my Irishness, though, you know. And when I was younger and I'd ask people, can you teach me? There were people that said no, because you're not a part of my family. When I asked folks, can you show me these things? And others said, no. And then there was a point where, well, if y'all don't share this, who's gonna continue this stuff? But those that did share with me, I am always thankful. And today, if you see me in concert or you see me producing any of the shows, I always make sure that if you ask me a question or if you want to learn something, I never say no. I say sit down, like my teachers told me, and they share. So a lot of times I'm like, you know, it just wasn't fair a lot of times. So Dennis Kamakahi and Kenneth Makukani said, on this next CD, I want you to write a song about how you feel and how you felt growing up. So I want to leave you with this one song that has a message. A song that's called How Would You Feel? I dedicate this to all of you, to your children, to your children's children, and those to come here in the Bay Area. Imua, mainland Hawaiian. How would you feel if I came up to you and said that you weren't real? How would you feel? How would you know that my blood's as thick as Mauna Kea snow? I didn't tell you so, now you know. Just because I'm not from Hawaii doesn't mean Hawaii's not in me. Some time ago, Grandma told me so, that home will always be in me. How would it be if I grew up with my friends and family in Hawaii? Then I wouldn't be me. Here I am now, staring up the slopes of the Ko'ola, thinking about how I feel. me, Hawaii's not in me. Some time ago, Grandma told me so. Will always be in me. Wherever I go, wherever I am, I'm always home. Home as a mainland Hawaiian, home where my ancestors continue to watch over me and guide me. Thank you for coming home with me today. Aloha, folks. Mahalo, thank you so much. Enjoy the music. We have CDs at the tent. Aloha. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
A big